When Ishan in the movie Tare Zameen Par taught us the creative way of education, it paved the way to a conceptual knowledge that every child is born creative and every child is unique in itself. Hello everyone, I'm Soni Puama and in my last class we studied about a poem on children. The current poem is no different from the former one. The latter will study about the trails and the tribulations, but the former one studied how parents have to nurture their child. We cannot impose our ideas. This poem is a contrary to that, but only in the themes of presentation. Pablo Neruda, the poet of course, is known for his prophetic way of educating children and also the parents. Here, in this poem, he gives a philosophical way of representing how our life is. As a child, we all are born equally. Life has to go on because life is a journey with that of expectations and reality. We all expect our life to be a fairy tale, T-A-L-E. But as we grow, as we are mature enough to understand the harsh reality of life, our life takes a topsy-turvy turn and says that your life is a fairy's tale, T-A-I-L. Going forward, we will study about the birth of a child. In simpler meaning, we all are born equally. We all would have had dreams. Somebody achieves it with success and somebody wouldn't have had a ladder of success at all. But do we stop living? Many does and many don't, because striving and hard work is only the prowess that we prove our success. As the poetry goes, it's a metaphor to state the phases of struggle. This poem uses food as a metaphor. It shows the struggle, the sabbatical life of a child from the birth till the old age. Irrespective of gender, irrespective of caste, irrespective of color, irrespective of creed, everyone has to suffer equally. The time we are born till the time we are dead. Only it matters is what our life comprises of, and our life comprises of good and bad equally. Some are more good, some are very deprived. Going through the lines, the child's foot is not yet aware it's a foot. Imagine the tiny toes and the tiny feet of a child playing with itself and would like to be a butterfly or an apple. But in time, stones and bits of glass, streets, ladders, and the paths in the rough earth go on teaching the food that it cannot fly, cannot be a fruit bulging on the branch. From the very start, of course, if we have to be keen enough, this is an expectation. What is the expectation? Every child is born with a dream to fly high. There should be no struggle. Life should be as easy as bed of roses. Everybody cannot be born with a golden spoon or a silver spoon. If I have to say, we all are born with a silver spoon. But nowadays, parents sophisticate their children with a golden spoon. But life cannot be the same. It's just a dream. And of course, dream is the only place where we can visit anytime, anywhere. And going. The child's food is not yet aware. It's a food. Here, food is a metaphor. A food is a metaphor because it symbolizes the struggle. It's only the food that knows the struggle of pathhood. It's only the food which knows the pain of a rough terrain. A child is born very peacefully until the age of 5. Until it's supposed to be that mature enough to understand what life exactly is, it doesn't know the perils of life or the struggle of life. We wouldn't have realized though, we don't realize how we are born and what after that. Only we realize the sabbatical life, the struggle that we had. And would like to be a butterfly. What does butterfly signify? Freedom, beauty, and also independence. Freedom and beauty is very much different from each other. Freedom is a interdependent of independence. We all are independent, but are we free? No, we have to adhere to the rules. Here, a child is free to think. It thinks that while I am born, I'm free of all the curses of the world. I'm that butterfly which is free. And also an apple. Why apple? Why didn't the poet use mango, pineapple, guava? He uses apple as a biblical reference. In one terms, of course, apple indicates biblical reference, wherein apple should be very beautiful in terms. I want to be that colorful apple. I want to be that butterfly. But life isn't only dreaming. But in time, as time passes, as it starts going to school with heavy bags and books, stones and bits of glass, streets, ladders, it realizes life. When the foot is down onto the rough terrain, after the child starts walking, the foot realizes that life isn't as smooth as it is. It cannot be on a butterly way. It has to surpass stones, glasses, streets and ladders. Everything indicates the reality. This is the harsh reality, and the reality is we run out of that. We run off the reality. Why can't we accept the way it is? Because we human beings are very timid. We are very timid in accepting the reality. Personally talking, I don't believe in harsh realities of the world. I would want to live in a globe of fairy tales. But can that happen? Because we run out of our responsibility. And the paths in the rough earth go on teaching the food that it cannot fly. As time passes, child realizes that the child cannot fly. It cannot fly at all. Cannot be a fruit bulging on the branch. I cannot be that fruit. Why? Because my life isn't that easy as I thought. I thought that my life would be easy, but life has taught me that life is nothing but a battle. I need to fight that battle. But is that too very easy? It isn't. Next, again, continuing with that of the birth. Then the child's foot is defeated. Here, defeated doesn't mean give up. Defeated in terms of expectation. We normally do expectations versus reality. Life is a journey with that. Every time when we think that what expected we did not acquire, that's the time we are completely shattered. And a child here is completely shattered. Then the child's foot is defeated, falls in the battle. Battle of what? Our life is no less than any of the civil war, any of the world war, any of the Kurukshetra, because we have to fight always. We have to fight against many things of the nature, many things amongst the people, because life is after all a battle, and we have to step into that with all the arms and ammunitions needed. And what is that arms and ammunition? Is nothing but the confidence, strength and optimism. Is a prisoner. Now, while the foot was bare, it was a bit free because it realized that down there's a rough terrain. I cannot walk like this. And now when he is mature enough, when a child reaches a maturity level, it seems like I am a prisoner. Because I have to adhere to the societal norms. I need to face the harsh reality. Condemned to live in a shoe. Shoe where your foot is in a closet. It's prisoned. It's shackled there. Bit by bit in the dark. Of course, inside the shoe, it's always dark because it cannot see the outside world. What does this mean? Here is a symbolic representation wherein it says that what I expected, this world to be brimming with lights. It's not like that. Shoe represents that harsh society. That harsh society that I need to face after this. We as human beings, where of course we are confined to a four-wall society, we always think about the societal norms. We always think, what will four people talk about us? Now tell me, who are these four people? But still, we have to be conscious. We are cautious about that four people. They can be anything because we constitute society. Society constitutes of human beings and human beings constitute a society. So here, shoe is nothing but the society. Shoe symbolizes that society wherein we have to enter. As a newborn baby, we are very good in the arms of our parents, but we forget that we have to enter that bad world out. bit by bit in the dark. Dark in the sense ignorance. Innocence is lost. Now it's ignorance. It grows to know the world in its own way. The way I see the world, it may not be the same with you. The child also realizes that the world isn't the way what I expected. Reality is very different and reality is crude. It grows to know the world in its own way. It would have prejudices also. It might think that the world is beautiful. It might also think that the world isn't beautiful. Out of touch with its fellow enclosed. Now I cannot see my food at all. The food cannot see each other because it is separated. It has to go to the different shoes. Feeling out life like a blind man. Inside the shoe, I cannot see anything. So what does this indicate? This indicates that I am in that society wherein I cannot go with my wish. I have to blindfold myself and I have to take the orders of the society and then follow. As a child, I was very much independent. I had all the rights to do whatever I want. For instance, of course, while you are very young, you are playing cricket and hit the glares of the neighboring house. They will not scream at you, they will not abuse you. But do the same while you are mature enough to understand what is right and what is wrong. People will chase you like anything, isn't it? You will be a donkey and they will be the shepherd. And here it says that I belong to that society just like a blind man to follow the norms of the society. There is no my wish at all. Following, here comes the childhood. In birth, it would have realized how life would be. And in childhood again, it would have realized that this is not the way I want to see the world. My world is very different because expectation always hurts with that of the harsh reality. And the harsh reality is that this world is very bad. This world, when I say this world, we are very bad. These soft nails of cords bunched together grow hard and change themselves into opaque substance hard as horn. And the tiny petaled toes of the child grow bunched and out of trim, take on the form of eyeless reptiles with triangular heads like worms. Later, they grow calloused and are covered with the faint volcanoes of death. Very symbolic in representation if I have to talk about this. It's very philosophical though. Very philosophical, wherein it says that now I know what the world exactly is. This is very bad is what it says. As they grow, your cuticles start growing. Cuticles is nothing but the nails. Your nails start growing into cords. Cords is a silicone way wherein your cuticles are formed. It's a scientific name. The cuticles, the white in color, which we term it to be the calcium form of a cuticle, that is the cords. Your nails are formed of this, bunched together. Now it is forming, now it is taking shape. It means that the child is growing. For what purpose? Only to face that bad world. Grow hard. Hard, here hard refers to acceptance. It's preparing itself to face the battle. It's preparing itself to face the harsh reality of life and change themselves. Change themselves from innocence to ignorance. We all are born innocent, but somewhere or the other time our innocence is lost because that's what it has to be. Into opaque, opaque not transparent. It's not transparent. Substance hard as horn. Here horn indicates, it's an indication of a devil nature wherein it means that we are mature enough, we are not innocent. If we were innocent, we would have the aerial signal like this, isn't it? Round the head in a very deplorative manner wherein fairies and angel has. But here horn refers to ignorance wherein we are not innocent at all. Horn symbolizes the badness of the world and of the human beings as they grow. And the tiny petaled toes of the child grow bunched out of trim. Now it is ready. Symbolically representing these two lines, the couplet, it says that now I am ready. I have shed my innocence apart. Now I will face the world. Willingly, unwillingly, we will have to face the world. Grow bunched and out of trim, take on the form of eyeless reptile. I told you this is a symbolic representation to state that I will follow the societal norms. I'll blindfold myself. I'll not have my wish. What will I do? I'll only follow the society. The trials and tribulations of every child. When I term child, it also refers to all of us listening out here. We all have lost our innocence. Why? Only because that is a rule that we have to follow. That's a rule to say that we are mature enough to face the harsh reality. And harsh reality is we aren't happy the way we are. We are very greedy. We are unsatisfied. We all anticipate that my life should be as easy as any of the petaled or the closet, but it cannot be. And he says, with the triangular heads like worms. Why triangular? Why is this triangle? It can be spherical also. Triangular in the sense that umpteen thoughts, just like worms. That's why we take dewormal tablets. Why? So that it should not harm us. In the same way, it will harm us because it's of the triangular way and we are entering that bad world. Later, they grow calloused. Callous in the sense very rough. It would have been very soft. Everybody would have witnessed a child. Everybody would have taken the armed, or if you have to say cuddled a child or caressed the child. We know how soft the legs are, and now it is callous. Now it has turned hard. Again, it's a representation to state that I am ready to take the rough terrain. I am ready to take the challenge of this harsh world, and are covered with the faint volcanoes of death. Volcanoes of death is a symbolic representation that I am ready to burn myself. Burn again indicates the harsh reality, the crudeness of the society. Society in itself is a volcano. I am ready to pitch in. And here you have childhood continued to here. A causing hard to accept. But this blind thing walks. Yes, whatever it is very difficult to accept the truth. Without respite, without stopping, never stopping for hour after hour. Without respite is nothing but without rest. The leg starts walking, your foot starts walking, your foot starts toiling. How does that happen? You join the school, home, and after that college, home, job, home. Where is your personal life? And what is personal life? We don't know what is personal life. Until Corona, until we were quarantined, we did not know what personal life exactly is. That's what it is. It is just like we don't know the reality. And the reality is just this. Our foot starts walking. Tick the tock, round the clock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. It starts, it strives over all the life. And it never stops, because if we stop, that's where our ladder steps down. That's where the end of our life. We can never find success. For hour after hour, see the time module, hour after hour, never stopping, they never stop. Now the man's, now the woman's. Everybody has to toil. Everybody has to have their own identity. It's not only man who works round the clock, it's also a woman who works round the clock. And up, above, down, below, through fields, mines, markets and ministries. Everywhere. Ministries, it can be official term also in the sense that everywhere. We have to toil. We have to work. Why? Only hard work pays you the fruit of success. Only the success fruit will be sweet. You sit back home and say that I strive, I strove, doesn't work. As a child is born, we have to reach that maturity level to succeed. We have to earn our own bread. And as a child, when the same mother has to feed the child turns out to be very responsible to feed her parents or his parents. Markets and ministries backwards, far afield, inward, forward, this foot toils in its shoe. Again, shoe indicates society, the harsh reality. I have been repeating harsh reality because harsh reality reflects to the hardship of mankind. Comes to the maturity. This is a phase wherein everybody are in trauma. Everybody goes into depression also. Scarcely taking time to bear itself in love or sleep. Love indicates adoration or adulation. We have become so very robotic that we can't love the fellow, we can't love the countenance or the other counterpart at all. We are so very busy, we have become mechanic. The child will become mechanic because it has to feed. He is the only bread earner or she is the only bread earner. It has to strive very hard for the livelihood. Or sleep, there is no sleep, it walks, they walk. Why? It here and they here. It can refer to the foot and they refers to human being who is above the foot. Until the whole man chooses to stop, it's only you who can stop. It's only the child who will stop. But when will he stop? When he stops breathing. Until then, he will strive because we all are meant to take the untrodden ways. We have to experiment with our lives. Born as a human being, we are very much different from animals. Of course, that's why we are known as human beings, but only adventure and experiments can lead to success. So human beings will never stop until he opts for one. And then it descended, and then it will be coming down. Underground, unaware, for there, everything was dark. Because we live in a society. If I am talking about society, I am also a part of the society. You are also a part of the society. We constitute the society. We say that the four people talks about you. Why do they have to talk? They talk because we pave them the way. They talk because they are the society. They are the reformers. They are the rule makers and we are the rule breakers. We make the rule and we break the rule, and we are shrouded in darkness. Darkness refers to here, if I am talking about dark, dark refers to ignorance. There is no freedom and we are shrouded in ignorance. It never knew it had ceased to be a foot. It's only the foot which will realize that I am the foot and I am meant to get into that rough terrain and achieve. Or if they were burying it so that it could fly. If I am buried after my death, it would think that I would be a butterfly again, I will be an apple. At birth, it thought that I will be a butterfly or an apple. It did not happen until his death. So that the same man thinks that at least after death, I can be a butterfly or an apple. But none knows what happens after death. Or so that it could become an apple. As a child, I thought that I could be an apple or a butterfly. But as growing, I realized how hard it is. I cannot achieve what it is meant to be. But now, when I am buried, when I am dead, and I am put beneath the earth, by then my soul will be free. Yes, you have captured my body and soul while I was alive. But after death, my body will be buried beneath the earth and my soul will be free. After every poetry comes the difficult meanings. I don't think so it was too very difficult for you because you have the glossary part here. And what is that? Miss Gonzalez will get you with marks. The child is provided with 1 mark, 1 question, and 4 marks, 1 question. So what type of questions you may get? They might ask you about the trials and tribulations, the thematic representation of poetry. I'll give you a secret funda. You will have to know the symbols, you will have to know the motifs and presentations as well. So make sure that you understand the theme of the poem very well. The significance of the title. When we talk about the significance of the title, to the food from its child, in the sense that a child's food is ignorant that it has to face the rough terrain. From the food to the child, in the sense from the birth till the death, you are captivated in the name and the norms of the society. So, why don't we preserve our child's future? We wouldn't want our children to face what we had once. So let's be privileged in serving our society with betterment of children. Here it goes for you. In my next class, I'll talk about water, which is essentially a very different understanding and the concept, but in a very new way. There will be a creative way of learning the poem. Until then, here's Vidyashram for you, standard retained on learning. Bye-bye.